Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras, here with ILTV's morning briefing. There are major movements along the Syrian-Lebanon border currently. The armies of Lebanon and Hezbollah have launched a massive assault against Islamic State troops occupying a critical area of South Lebanon, and it looks like the Islamic State is calling for a timeout. The Lebanese army confirmed the ceasefire just this morning, hoping to negotiate a prisoner swap for 9 Lebanese soldiers currently being held by the Islamic State since 2014. The Hezbollah army, which had launched a simultaneous attack from the south behind Syrian territory, also announced a ceasefire had been reached after days of non-stop combat with the support of the Syrian army. The war-torn region has been a source of concern for nations all over the world, especially for Israel, as Iranian influence has steadily been growing in the destabilized areas of South Lebanon. Most alarming of all is the Iranian missile factory that was just discovered under construction in Lebanon, though, a development which Lebanese Prime Minister Hariri is now claiming to be actively preventing. This current ceasefire may mean significant progress in the fight against the Islamic State, but unfortunately the road ahead looks unclear and bloody. 2 arrests and a warrant have been made and issued against far-right protesters who participated in the neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville, Virginia earlier this month. The 3 men, Daniel Borden, Richard Preston, and Alex Ramos, are all wanted in connection to the violent assault on counter-protesters Corey Long and DeAndre Harris. The incident began when Preston, a KKK Imperial wizard, discharged his firearm within 1,000 feet of a school and aimed at Corey Long's feet. After running away to another location, Long was once again cornered, but this time by Ramos and Borden, who attempted to spear Long with a flagpole. DeAndre Harris entered the mix when he deflected the pole, but then was beaten mercilessly to the ground by the suspect and several others. Video footage of every portion of the story has been provided either to the public or to police, and Alex Ramos is still at large. The Simon Wiesenthal Center for Human Rights is also condemning the United States President's comments last week in the wake of the events of Charlottesville, Virginia. But they've also sunk their teeth into another Nazi-related issue back in Germany. German news magazine Stern released their latest issue this week with an image of President Trump clothed in an American flag and giving the Nazi salute. Further, the story headline to accompany the image was Sein Kampf, meaning his struggle, a play on words of Hitler's mostly fabricated autobiography Mein Kampf, meaning my struggle. Well, the Wiesenthal Center isn't standing for it, and has now come out against Stern magazine, saying the Wiesenthal Center has been, quote, outspoken in criticizing President Trump for failing to make a distinction between Nazis and KKK protesters and those who oppose them. But the depiction of a president as a latter-day Hitler by a major German publication is untrue and beyond the pale. Germans must surely know that by misappropriating Nazi symbols, they belittle and becloud their past crimes, end quote. It has now been confirmed by a White House official that Sebastian Gorka, the aide to President Trump who left his position on Friday, was removed, rather than resigning. Accusations against Gorka prior to his leaving were widespread. He was a top aide despite failing to gain security clearance, and possibly most disturbingly, he is accused of being a member in the Hungarian Nazi-affiliated Vitezi Rend. 3 Democratic senators this week, 2 of which are Jewish, have again followed up on these accusations, writing a letter implying that Gorka has been hiding this truth for years. Quote, Gorka reportedly concealed his membership in the Vitezi Rend, a far-right anti-Semitic Hungarian organization with historical ties to the Nazis, when he applied to U.S. citizenship. The administration's refusal to treat this matter with urgency is inexplicable and disturbing. Gorka has denied the allegations, saying he and friends of his, like Steve Bannon, are friends to Israel and the Jewish people, and that he has never been anti-Semitic or fascist in any way. Well, everybody's favorite ginger comedian has just landed in the Holy Land. That's right, Conan OBrien is making friends with Israelis right here in Tel Aviv, in town to tape a new episode of Conan Without Borders. O'Brien announced the special a few weeks ago, coordinating his trip just in time with Jared Kushner's visit and pledging to help Kushner settle Middle East peace. Well, from the look of these pictures, he's off to a great start. Conan has been spotted on the beaches of Tel Aviv, the port of Jaffa, and the restaurants of Rothschild, making friends along the way. O'Brien's been live streaming his updates, saying that while the food and the women were a highlight, the best part of this, of course, has been meeting the people. O'Brien hits Jerusalem today, but looks like this is already shaping up to be an unforgettable visit from the world's funniest redhead. That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.